I remember the year you and Daddy made me the 3-story dollhouse for Christmas. It remains one of my favorite gifts ever, and one of the reasons I think it's so cool to make presents for people. The very best part of the dollhouse was the framed art. It was a picture of red tulips cut out of a magazine that you put in a yellow frame. I thought it was one of the most beautiful and clever things I'd ever seen, and that you are a genius. Guess what we were about to make? When my son was little, he was really into parrots, so for a while his room was decorated with a whole series like this. Next to the art that I made for my son's room, this is some of my favorite art on the cheap. So this is a triptych that my son's father made for me when we were building our house to go in this spot. Let me get a little bit closer. So he made me this gorgeous series, and I talked to him today. This was like 18 years ago he made these, and I asked him what they were from because I couldn't remember for sure. He thought maybe he had gotten them, like the pictures, from a bookstore or something. They might have been postcards. He wasn't sure if they could have been out of a magazine, but he did the framing. So he chose the series and then framed them up for me. And they've been hanging here looking gorgeous ever since. Today we're making framed art on the cheap for doll houses, children's rooms, or display. Here's what you'll need: glue or double-faced tape, scissors or an X-Acto knife, cardboard backing, any sizes will do. You can use picture frames, got some here, and a whole bunch of magazines or catalogs to go through and find pictures that you like. So this depends really on where you're going to put the pictures and who your audience is. So I've got things here like magazines for kids. I've got tons of nature stuff. Here's some literary, current events, fashion, home stuff. Oh, really good ones are things like Goer, and then if you got like seed catalogs, those are really good because they've got like all sorts of like really pretty pictures in those. Oh, here's one for like flowers and whoops, it's an order thing, but flowers and stuff like that. So let's take a second and, oh, look at that hummingbird. Let's take a second and go through the magazines and decide what we're going to frame, and then we'll get started. Okay, so I've gone through about 1 million magazines and catalogs and postcards and clippings and mailings and whatever looking for material. So let me show you some things that I found and we can talk about what we're going to do with them. So sometimes you'll find like, here, this one, check that out, that parrot, yeah, I can make that into a poster. We're going to set that one aside. It's too big for what we're doing today. So what you want to do is figure out how big of a piece you need. So you might have a specific spot in mind that you want to put your art in. So I have like some different size pieces of cardboard, for example. If I just have like a really good piece that I want to use, I can do that. If you don't have pieces of cardboard laying around that you are noticing, you can cut apart things like cereal boxes or anything in your cabinet and use that stuff. I also found 2 picture frames. So I have this one with just some, these are just still the random come as you are pictures in them, and then I found this one also. So I have these 2 guys to work with. Okay, so what I'm going to do is look for something that maybe will cover a piece of cardboard I have, but also things to go in the picture frame. So I've got this bigger one. This is a 5x7, right? Yeah, a 5x7. And then this one, which I can fill with either like one long thing or I can do a couple in a row here. Okay, so let's scoot these over and look at what we came up with. So in the story I mentioned, the picture that I really remember is of a tulip in a yellow piece of matting. It wasn't even a frame, it was just a piece of matting from a frame. And so flowers are always a really great choice. Like here's some gladioluses, and like you could cut those across here and just use like a couple of them together or slice them into pieces. And of course, with any seed catalog or flower catalog, there are about 1 million different choices. So that was one that I liked. I like those colors. Also, I really like, this one has really pretty pictures of fruit. So you have like some raspberries and blackberries there, and then those strawberries. Don't those look awesome? Yeah, so those could go together in like kind of a summery sunshine thing. Another thing you can do is look for art in catalogs and magazines. And so this is from Ladybug, a magazine for kids. And so here's some really nice art that comes under a song. I like these pieces. Hope you can see them okay. Yeah. And then there's like another one here that I found. And I like this one a lot because whoops, let's see if we can get a better picture of that. Hold on. Fold it in half. There we go. So here's a really nice picture that I like because it's beautifully composed and it's wonderful artwork, but it also reminds me of happy times I've spent doing sparklers with my family. So I like that one if I was making it for like my son or to remind me of happy times. Also, Ladybug has terrific cartoons and features in it, just like this one. Here we have Molly and Emmett. You can't go wrong with that. So if there are features like that that you like in a magazine, you can always just clip those out. Cartoons are really good. And speaking of cartoons or comics, if you check out something like The New Yorker, here is an old one from The New Yorker that I like. So there's one, so I could cut out that cartoon or a bunch of others in here. Also poetry. I mean, generally kind of sucks, but like when it's good, it's good. So if you had like a good like Anna Scotty or Ryan Thomas or Emily Canavan, something like that. A really good Emily Canavan. But there was nothing that was really like the right size or shape for me in that one, so I let it go. So in this guy, this is, the Zoo Goer from the Smithsonian. Fabulous, full of such good stuff. So this one has really cool poison dart frog stuff, and my son and I had this whole poison dart frog phase. Like there it is on the cover too. We've got tons of those, so I was thinking that I might like to do something with those. You can never go wrong with a poison dart frog. And then I thought maybe I'll do like a series of things that remind me of trips we've taken. So here, this is another zoo goer. Here are some flamingos. So those are nice. We saw those in the Everglades. Also at the zoo. I mean, they could just be like fun trips around town. It doesn't have to be something super fancy. Not that ours was super fancy. But so here also, that's like just a really terrific photo that is just, I mean, that's just a piece of art in itself. It's just gorgeous of those zebras. So you could do something like with that. Going on the trip theme, there's like this bear from other trips that was reminiscent of some more really cool animals. Poison dart frogs are like showing up everywhere. So there it is, poison dart frog. Let's see, what have we got here? Oh, this one was good. So with this series, a lot of magazines come with series like pre-made for you. That is not focusing. Let's get that focus. There we go. So here we have like some really cute Halloween pumpkins. So if you are into Halloween or carving or something like that, that might be kind of nice. And you can find similar things for other holidays or occasions. And then this one, it's the Lunar New Year right now while I'm filming, so this one is on my mind. This is a series, oh, I'm sorry, and these two are in Nat Geo Little Kids magazine. I'm not getting, there we go, it's a better focus. So this is a little piece that they did on masks. So there is a mask, and they've got like a couple others over here. So you could trim these and make a series of masks if you wanted to, like in that green frame where we had a series of 3 things. This one is just like this one was, look at this gorgeous, can you see it? This gorgeous penguin right there. And then also in this one I found, oh, right. So with informational pieces, this is kind of cool. You can sometimes find things like this one about whales. You can never go wrong with whales, right? And it has like all these different whales here. So I could get 1 or 2 of those pages or parts of those pages and use them. And then Harper has a lot of really good, well, honestly, really hit or miss art. But in this one, there's some good stuff. So like let's see, let me get my pages because I marked a couple things to point out. Okay, so in this one, like I like that heart. It's kind of fun. And this one here that's like a little happier. And then here is some sort of like fun, I don't know if I call it fun, but if I can just fold it up for you. There are like some of these photos, which are like these, which are sort of artistically done. And then here's one at the back of this Harper's that I really like. I like that one. So something like that. You could do something like that and just put like a piece of art in the frame. Oh, and then look what else I found. Another one of my poison dart friends. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back through these and I'm going to pick which of the things I want to make, and I'm going to get my aesthetic down, and then come back and we're going to cut them together. So the next thing I did was take the little pictures out of the picture frames and choose the size cardboard that I wanted to use and just go through my pictures with my goal in mind and like hold these up for sizing against like some of the photos I wanted to choose. So I just have to say like, okay, what can I fit for each thing and how well is it going to work? Okay, so my first one came out of Goer, and I actually cut it just to try it out, and then it fits so perfectly. Look at this. I love it. It looks like he's like up against the glass, right? Like that's fabulous. So here's this guy, and we don't really get the green around the frame, but it's okay. This frame has like a green background thing for like if you have the 3 it had the 3 photos that could go in it. So I've got to like wash the frame off and stuff. But so here's my first one. So I'm gonna set that guy aside for right now. Put him over here. And then I picked out for the next one. So I took this picture out of this frame. So it's going to sit this way instead of this way. And I just sized it against a photo. And so this is the photo that I chose, and I'm just going to cut it out. It's not exactly perfect. It doesn't line up exactly. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick it on the back of this so that I can use the white framing around it to make it look super perfect. So I'm going to cut it, making sure there's nothing I want on the back. So this is of zebras, and I have a zebra theme going on in my bathroom. I want to put it in there. Did you know that zebra stripes have been something that people have been wondering about forever and ever, right? Like, why do zebras have stripes? And research has recently shown that it is a way to deter flies, like gadflies, from biting them. Isn't that amazing? I feel like I should maybe, like, I don't know, paint my face or something the next time I go outside. Okay, so this one has like a little like thing on the bottom here, so I'm going to trim that off real fast. And then actually it doesn't have a white edge on one side, so I'm going to trim all of it, all of the white edges off it, and just use the white edges from the pre-existing photo, since I don't have real matting to go in. But we are doing things on the cheap in this video anyway, so having no matting is kind of right in line with where we are. This is a super fun project to do with kids or like in a class, things like that. Something that kind of everybody can get into, whether you're doing the design work, the picking things out, like someone can do the cutting, someone can do the gluing. Oh, this just barely fits. Look at that. Just barely. Okay, so let's get the glue. Oh my gosh, I hope this glue works. It's been sitting forever and ever and ever. All right. And you know what? If it doesn't, we have double-faced tape, which honestly is, we should use the double-faced tape. It's easier. Okay, so let's actually put the glue aside. Here it is. All right, so we're going to double-faced tape this baby. Woo! So much easier. Piece of hair off it, gross. Okay. And we're just gonna put this right here, right along the edge. Let's get another couple pieces out and throw them on here. And the frame is gonna do most of the work of holding it in place, so we don't need to go crazy with this, which is good because I don't have that much double-faced tape left. Okay, so there we go. So now we've got the tape on here, and we're going to take this and just center it very, very carefully. Very, very, ooh, not carefully enough. Oh no! Get it off of there. Okay, let's try this again. Very, very carefully, for real this time. And, okay, I think we got it. All right. So that one is going to go in this frame. So we're going to slide this out, slide the back out, and put that in here. And that looks awesome with that frame. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? Wait, let's see. Doesn't that look good? Nice, right? So I'm going to show you where it's going to go in my bathroom in just a second. But I'm just going to show you like really, really quick what we're going to do if we want to do one of the cardboard pieces, because I do really like that method also of using a piece of cardboard for your backing. So let's just get this stuff out of the way. Oh my gosh, I love these magazines. It's always so much fun to go back through them. Okay, junk out of the way. So the other picture that I chose that I really want to use is this one. And this is actually, so this is from Ladybug. And I hate cutting it out because it's in the middle of this really cool story about Diwali from, let's see, this is November 2007. I am such a hoarder. Anyway, I hate to cut it out because it cuts out another pretty picture on the back and also some really cool information, but I have deemed it worthwhile. So this picture we learn is about a story on Diwali, which is a holiday. I'm reading from Ladybug, which is a holiday special to Hindu people in India and around the world. It falls on a new moon night in October or November. In northern India, people say it is the day the good ram came back from the forest and was crowned king. In other parts of India, the stories are different, but Diwali is always about how goodness can defeat evil. Diwali, also sometimes called Deepavali, means garland of lights. I hope I said that right. Garland of lights. And then it goes on from there. So what I want to do is find a piece of cardboard that I have that'll fit this. So I think this little guy, not quite right. So we're going to cut one down. We're going to trim one to fit it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape or glue it onto this piece of cardboard, which is a little bit too big, and then I'm going to trim around it. And then I'm going to show you how to make a border if you want to do that. So let me just do this. All right, so let's trim. We're going to give it a little white border and make that like the matting. I love arts and crafts time, don't you? It's like the most relaxing thing. Okay. All right. And you feel all accomplished when you get stuff done. So then it's going to look like this. So I'm going to go ahead and again, I'm going to glue it this time just because I like to play with glue, honestly. Let's see how it goes. Oh, good. The glue is still good. Okay, I was afraid it wasn't going to be. All right, so we're going to glue, 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 glue. Don't sniff it. Don't eat it. Wait, that's paste. I mean glue and then paste. All right. Probably getting a little off track there. Okay, so the glue down and then let's see, will this, no, it doesn't go that direction. Okay, so we're going to put it right here on the edge of the cardboard so that we don't have to cut any more than is strictly necessary. Okay, and I'm just trying to get a good, edge here on these two sides. Good, good, good. So that bottom edge is nice and clean and this edge is nice and clean. So that's good. Okay, so now we're gonna take the scissors and we're gonna cut these other two edges, get them as tight as possible. Now what you can do is you can either cut it and just leave it like I showed you with the parrots where you just have like, in that case it was a wrapped edge, but you can just have like a straight edge like we're gonna have in this one in just a second. Or you can decorate the card, you can put it like centered in cardboard and you can decorate the cardboard around the edges. Another thing you can do is take fabric and wrap that around the edges and secure it with either double-faced tape or hot glue. Sometimes even Elmer's glue will work for that, and it's really nice. But for this one, so here we go. Oh, it's got focus there. Yeah, and try to get the glare off it. There we go. So now I can just hang that up. I can frame it later if I want to, but it's on cardboard, so it's like, it's a little bit stronger than it would be if it was just cut out of a magazine. and it looks kind of more substantial when I hang it up. So let's go see where some of these things are going to go. And here is our last craft. On a column full of other things just like it. Perfect positioning. So here's a good place for this guy in the plant room, right in his element, with the luscious leaves and the turtle. Okay, so I'm actually in the middle of redoing my bathroom or freshening it up a little bit, but you can see that we've got a really strong black and white zebra thing going on here. Even the tiles and like over here, like, so you've got the zebra decor and like there, the zebra towels and stuff. So yeah, everything very zebra-y. And that means that our new photo is absolutely perfect right here. Gorgeous, yes? Craft well done, everybody. See you soon.